Hi everybody, it's Leah with Family Heritage Living. I cannot even believe how long it's been since I have sat down in front of this camera to put out a video. It's going on a year here in the next couple months. So, Ron started recording devotional videos again, and he's encouraged me to get on here and just kind of get reacquainted with everybody. We've missed y'all so much. We really have. We've had so many of you check in on us, and we've just kind of fell off the face of YouTube for a while. We kind of needed to do that. As you can tell, we are not in our cabin right now. In fact, we've been going on, it'll be a year in July, and hopefully by then we'll be home. But we haven't been home really since last July due to many different things. RJ and Josiah are up north taking care of our cabin and all the animals up there, and our Etsy work. But that's one reason why we're down here, is because when COVID happened, our Etsy store, which we had been doing since 2012 and which pretty much did a pretty good job of providing for our family, took a hard hit. And then as the country started to open back up again, we tried to get it moving again, and it just wasn't happening. I mean, we had some sales come in, but it wasn't enough to provide for our family. So in April of last year, Ron went out and got a job while we were still up north to help to supplement our income. And then in June, we had an opportunity to come down here, and as many of you know, we have a house down here, a house that we had lived in from 2002 on up until the time we moved up north. And we'd been doing work on it bit by bit to get it ready to try to sell. Well, we saw the housing market going down in the summer, and we decided that we really needed to get things going and do what we had to do to get that sold. So he transferred down here where we used to live in this area and worked on the house throughout last summer. We got it on the market we got it on the market, I think October-ish, late October-ish. And we really expected to see it sell pretty quickly. We priced it real reasonable. We did a lot of update. Unfortunately, by then the housing market had really slowed down due to rising interest rates. People were afraid to buy. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Winter came on, people don't buy houses a lot, so we still have this house. And now the house itself is updated or refinished to where we didn't feel comfortable moving or going home 600 miles away with the chance of something happening to it. Now, it's one thing when you take a chance like that in a house that needs work, but this is done. This is seller ready, and we just decided that was kind of risky. So it just so happens that Ron was able to get a job. A position came up at a company he worked for years and years ago, and we both agreed that because it was a full-time plus job and the income was good from it, that while we waited for the house to sell, it would be wise if he went ahead and took that job. And of course, we prayed about it. So in the meantime, in November, the kids were so homesick. I was so homesick, and I said, you know what? Let's go ahead. The kids and I will go home. We'll get through the holidays. We agreed it was just one holiday we'd be apart, and we'd see what happened. Do we come back down? Does he quit and come back up, or what? We just didn't know, and we still don't know at this point. So what ended up happening, though, was both Ron and I got so homesick for each other that we both decided that this was not going to work, and we both agreed that it wasn't time to leave his work right now, because Etsy still hasn't, our business still hasn't picked back up. So he came back up in a blizzard during the holiday season, during the Christmas holidays, to get us. And we came back down, and we've been down here since. Now, We are not at our house that we have up on the market. First off, my sister has plenty of room in her house, and she was more than welcoming to us to stay here with her since Ron is working a lot, and it's just the two younger boys and I. And she's single, so it's been kind of nice spending a lot of time together. Something that normally you don't get to do as adults with your siblings. She's gone right now. Actually, she's been gone for 3 weeks. I think she's going to be gone for another 2, down south to our sister whose husband had a stroke due to COVID about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and she's helping her down there. So it's easier not to be living in that house while we're trying to sell it, because you get a lot of impromptu showings and stuff. So it's just worked out for us, but it has made it hard to make videos for me, because a lot of our videos that I did was, it's an atmosphere thing, and we all have our different decor and stuff, and she's pretty simplified. So for me, the at-homey atmosphere that we usually have isn't in the videos, and so I just kind of have backed off a little bit. But I've also been reevaluating our YouTube channel. Our kids are older now. Our lives have taken somewhat of a shift, so that when we decided to pick back up, we kind of wanted to do the same thing but do it a little different. So we're going to see how this plays out. Right now we know family devotions, that's a constant for us. We just have not put them on YouTube. We haven't recorded them for a while. And honestly, Ron works this was a really crummy shift. In fact, this is the job that he was working at when we decided Zebulon was just born in 2010. He was just a baby, and Ron said he was working all these hours. He was working 14 hours, 6 days a week. And I remember we were sitting on the front porch, and Zeb was just months old, and he turned to me and he said, "Leah, I feel like I'm going to miss him growing up if we don't do something." And that's when we decided that we needed to do something, and it ended up being Etsy. So it's kind of ironic that it's gone full circle at this moment, and that Etsy has kind of come to a halt, and he's back at that job. So with that said, we're both just trying to, because we've been gone a lot longer than we wanted, because it's taking so much longer to sell this house than we had wanted. We really are focusing on the positive of things, because there's a lot of positives going on, and we're just really grateful to the Lord for his goodness. And there's always a lesson or direction in events in life, and we really feel that that's what God is working on us with right now. But while we wait for him to show us what he's doing with us, or maybe it's more, he waits for us to get a clue on what he's doing, we thought we would try to pick back up with some of these videos. They're not going to be very often, a couple a week. Hopefully the devotions we hope to have more often, but I'm hoping to just do 1 to 2 videos a week, whether it's a conversational, whether it's a reading from one of the stories I used to do back at the turn of the century, or a cooking video. Ron had even said he'd really like to see me do some more Titus II type videos to encourage homemakers. The church needs so much encouragement right now. Really, we do as Christians. We really need to raise the bar, and I think that's something that is worth considering. But at this time, I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to say hey to y'all and let you know how much we appreciate all of you that have reached out to us. I apologize that we've not replied to everybody that has. We have read every comment though, and they all touch us and have been encouraging to us. So we just wanted to say hi, and we really, really hope to see y'all soon. God bless.